that everybody's well today and doing great. Of course, I'm your host, Captain85, and I hope that you're having a great day at your activity or whatever you might be doing today. But as long as you took some time out for me, I want to say I appreciate that. Unfortunately, my guest has to reschedule due to some things that came up unexpectedly. But nevertheless, we're going to do our best to fulfill this program here today with just re-emphasizing on the things that I'm working on to be launched in a month or so. This is the first day of August, and welcome to the show. The Real Adventures of Captain 85 is coming soon. As you can see that I've been working on this project for years, and I'm taking it to the next and new level in production. I'm releasing a new book. It's called The Real Adventures of Captain 85 coloring book. Will be launched in September, and I don't really like asking for donations when I'm doing something. So with the creation of the book, it'll be on sale, and part of the proceeds from the sale of the book will go to working in the community to combat the bullying and the violence, mental health issues. And this is what Captain 85 has been about ever since the existence. A lot of things that you see people doing today, I've been working on these projects for most of my life as an adult. Um, but to tweak it and continue to go back and relook at it, reevaluate it. But it seems like everybody and the mother now sees that it's a mental health problem when I've been talking about it for years. But it's just like putting a horse before the cart. Nobody likes to know about things that you're doing in advance because it seems like, what gives you the right to say what's this and what's that? Just like what gives you the right to say gun violence is a problem just only in our neighborhood. We can't solve a problem in our neighborhoods because we continue to do the same things to get the same results. And especially in this area, it's always the same thing. They go right back to things that don't work in the area when the government themselves say, hey, these programs doesn't work and we're not funding them no more. But how is it that our communities go back and bring back programs that are not working? If it was working, then we wouldn't be where we are today in society. We wouldn't be where we are today with our youth. All these things come because people are misguiding and misleading our community. And that's why our young people don't pay attention to the things that you say. If you say something, because God said it himself, your word is what people respect. I'm here every day. If my guests come or don't come, if people look at it or don't look at it, history will show that I showed up. The first thing you have to learn doing anything, somebody somewhere has to show up. And if you keep showing up doing the same thing and say, well, I'm gonna get better results, well, we wouldn't be where we are with technology today. You have to constantly tweak, reinvent, and making sure things are working. If our young people are dying every day in the streets and you coming back with the same programs, it doesn't make sense to me. It makes one thing to me is that you're not trying to stop the pipeline to prison. You're not trying to stop, uh, young people from committing suicide. Because I know when you talk to young people and you show them that you truly care about them, they kind of like rise to the occasion. I done raised 7 of my own kids and nieces and nephews. And I've always been around people all my life. So I know what I'm talking about works because it has. It changed people's lives, you know. But I'm not one to boast about what I do and what I accomplished, but because it's not me, it's only God. Only God can do things that are real. And we pretend that we are doing those things, because if we were doing those things, how come the system is falling apart everywhere you turn? Like I say, maybe you don't, stop looking at music videos for a moment, movies, and look at the news. Look at the news for a whole day. Matter of fact, you don't even have to look at it for a whole day. Just look at it for a week, a half an hour. And you'll see that violence is constantly on the uprise. It's not going down. You look at this week alone, people shooting on the interstate, people killing females, and we are trying to change the narrative. How are you going to change the narrative if you keep doing the same thing, getting the same results? Meeting after meeting. I'm never one for meetings. If you give me a task to do, my job is to make it work. If I come and ask you for your help, if I come and ask you for your support, my job is to make it work. Be there when you come. Be there when you need it. We keep getting the same story year after year. Ain't nothing changing. Pipeline to prison has declined. Call the cemetery. Call the hospitals. Is it declining? One of the biggest budgets in anything in any community is health. If you look at health, you look at the police department, these are big budget items. Somebody got to pay for them. Because if you don't take control of situations, people's lives, and try to help them get on the straight and narrow, the effect is enormous. It's always been. Like I said, I've been doing my research for years. Ever since the 70s, wrote proposals and to all levels of government. And if what I was stating at that time as I do now, if it wasn't, why was they calling me and having meetings? But I don't talk their language. See, you have to understand when you're talking to certain people, they don't like the language you use, because I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. I done talk to people with more knowledge than me and most of the people that watch my show. And they tell me, you got to stroke people's egos. I'm not an ego stroker. I don't want to go to lunch. I don't want to eat dinner. I can afford my own meals. What I'm concerned about is the young people. And that's what I've always been concerned about, even when I was young. So when people are sitting around asking for votes, asking you to support them, when they get in office, where they at? Where are they? What are they doing? Because policies and all these things with these guns, they in our community, and they're here to stay. And our children are dying in the street, and we trying to figure out how to change it. They're the ones that suffer. I just passed my 71st birthday. How many of the children you know, or neighbors you know, friends, family members, got past 21? Don't they deserve to live a long life? I only have but one mission. Is to make the violence decline. And you can't do it with lip service. And, so when I go out to try to raise money, or when I go out to do things, I'm the last one on the totem pole. So what I do is I create my own ways of raising money. I'm a creator. That's what I do. That's what I always did. I create what I do. If I worked for $1 an hour when I was young, I created the fact that it was $1, but I'm gonna do $1,000 worth of work. Like I was getting paid $1,000. So if I got paid $1 an hour, If I had to work 100 hours to get $100, that's what I did. I didn't complain. If I carried newspapers and some of my people didn't have the money for a couple of weeks, I took it out on my salary and paid for them. We all fall short of grace. My aunts, my cousins used to pay me to cook, help clean, just to give me a job. So I'm not scared of work. I love working. But what I'm scared of is the young person don't get a chance. What about if you're viewing, if you have children? I'm pretty sure you have nieces or nephews, cousins. What about them? Don't they deserve a chance to live? Everything I do is to make sure they have an opportunity. I developed the WVDM radio station, and I'm in the process of getting my amp built for that. You can talk about what the industry do. The only way you stop the industry from your kids from listening to negative music is give them something else to listen to. Let them make the choice, because it's all about the dollar. And everybody will holler for a dollar. Everybody was singing tap dancing songs, because in slavery, they said the only thing a black man could do is entertain me. We're the greatest entertainers on the planet. Look around. Look around. We done went from working on TV to owning TV stations. We done went from cooking in somebody else's kitchen to opening up our own restaurants and cooking. We're the greatest entertainers in the world. So when is the next generation going to be great at something? Oh, I forgot. They good in killing and selling drugs, having sex. I think that's where it's at. But I beg you the difference. They just don't get a chance to shine. They don't get an opportunity. People come in and want to get the bag, selling pipe dreams. Well, you say, well, how do you say pipe dreams? Why? Because they try to sell me pipe dreams. Yeah, I'll get with you, bro. But see, what I did is I spent my own dime. I was spending thousands of dollars to get educated before I went to college. I was sitting in think tanks in New York or California, or flying down to Florida. So when you think you look at me one way, you don't know how much knowledge I have about a lot of things. That's why when I walk away from opportunities or walk away from a business, because I'm self-contracted, all you got to do is, why did the business fail when I left? When it prospered for 7, 8, 12, and 15 years. Look at your area for entertainment. This area for entertainment is no entertainment now. Everybody wants to grab the bag, but not give the people what they need. It's quality service. Quality service, making it important for people to know that there's a certain price for opening up a business. Every black nightclub in Virginia, in the 757, should I say, in the Hampton Roads, 2 up and 2 down. Where are they now? You might have 1 night, 2 nights, and some don't have nights at all. I remember, because I'm one of the pioneers that learned from legendary people, the people that people don't even kind of like remember the names or don't even mention their names now. Like the legendary Bob Fields, one of my mentors. The late Harry Bonner, who just passed away several weeks ago, months ago. Winfred Sanford, These are all black men. Walkers and Grill in Portsmouth, Fagans in Portsmouth. These are the pioneers that gave us entertainment back in the day. Look around. All the places that you used to go ain't there. And the city will say, well, you just mad because you ain't making no money. If I want to make money, partner, all I got to do is speak it into existence. That's what I do. I don't have to wait on you. I wait on the person that sent me. But I'm here to deliver a message. Y'all have to stop pretending to care about young people, because young people know when you're lying. They know when you're lying to them. The most precious thing God could give you is life, and then let you have life to share his love with another human. We talk all day. We got so much talk on the internet. You know, I study every program for a few moments. What about the kids? We all can talk. We all can preach. But when it comes down to filling your obligation with your words, they're empty. And you cannot, under no way, say you're representing God when God has already blessed you to live to get a certain age. But like anything else, you fail to realize there's a judgment day coming. And remember this, you might make mistakes, I might make mistakes, but God don't make mistakes. He'll give you warning after warning, hoping that he can get your attention. Our young people need only one thing. They don't need all these video games, YouTube. They need love. I ain't never seen a child that loves you would do anything in their power not to hurt you. We all fall short of love. We all fall short of caring about one another sincerely. Sincerely keeping your word. You got 10 commandments that God gave to Moses, handed down to him in stone. Get this to the people. He already knows the world is full of sin. He knows. He created heaven and earth. But one of the angels in heaven wanted to challenge him because he saw what God created. He saw God love the humans. Satan was the minister of music. And we look at it as, hey, you know, this and that. Music, to me, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I believe God gave music to heal the body before doctors came along. Even when doctors, all you got to do is ask them. See, most people don't understand. You first have to ask questions and see what answers they're going to give you. If a doctor gives you medication, tell you to take it, you can take all the medicine in the world. All the medicine in the world. All you got to do is ask them one question. If I don't believe in this medication, will it work? You have to believe in what the doctor is doing in order to make his diagnosis work. Everybody got answers. I don't have the answers. I'm searching just like you are. But the message I get is, what about the future generation? the future generation. All we see is death and destruction everywhere you turn. In our community, state, nation, and other nations. I think God is getting tired. He gave his son so that we could have a right to live. And we take it for granted that it ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, all I know is September, I'm launching my campaigns to take back the lives of people that need love, and that's the future generation. You can help me out if you like. My books will be available in September. My radio station amp for WVDM will be available, hopefully, by September, as they continue to work on it and get all the technical stuff completed. See, it's not about me. It's about people keeping their word. I know that some people are above approach, but just like the disciples was with Jesus, they walk here and there. I can't tell you because I'm not a preacher. I don't read. I don't read the Bible. I study the Bible. I don't quote scriptures. I quote what my spirit allows me to say because I don't read the Bible. I study to find a way to get our young people out of this darkness back into light. See, we as humans, spiritual creatures, must always remember there is a creator. Regardless of what you call him, what name you want to call him. When I did my research paper at Tidewater Community College, and the professor there was a Holocaust survivor. And one of the lessons he gave us one day is that I want y'all to write a 12 to 1,500 word essay that an alien had landed here on Earth. And he wanted you to take him to your spiritual leader, not the president, not the mayor, not the governor, not the senator or Congress. He wanted to go to your spiritual leader. And of course, there was a number of spiritual leaders that we had to write about, I think, 5 to 8 spiritual leaders. And the question was, why would you take him to the ones that you chose? To give you a variety. It was a great lesson, great understanding of thought-provoking questions. Why did you take him to those spiritual leaders? Maybe one day I'll take my paper out and read it for one of my programs. But we all learn things in a different way. Our young people are fixated on TikTok. We do dances. We cook. I don't know how many violent videos on the internet. I know when we was young, you couldn't even look at certain things on TV. But parent, as they call it, we didn't open up the Pandora box. It's hard to put the genie back in the bottle. There's lessons to be learned. And what we do with our time, that's personal. Just like with mine is personal. You don't have to support me. If you choose to, then you understand no person, especially in the Afro-American community, cannot do anything without money. With the prices going up on everything is expensive. If you got products to sell, you go out, get your vending table. How many people purchase from your table? How many people will spend with you? How many customers can you get? I've been getting customers all my life, for myself or for other people that pay me a salary. As an entertainer, as a DJ for over 50 years, I continue to try to develop ways so that our young people can have an opportunity the right way. As the scriptures say, you don't sell your soul to the devil. Everybody wants something from you in order to help you. Like I tell people, I appreciate everything this area has given me. I was born in Portsmouth. My mother had 7 children, and one died around about 6 years old. I never got to meet him. He was one of her oldest children. He was just getting ready to start school, if I remember correctly. And my mother said she took him to the emergency room. He had double pneumonia. Hospital would not give him oxygen, and he passed away. We all go through certain things. We all want a happy life for our brothers and our sisters. But what can we do if we are trying to do it by ourselves? Hold on a minute. I think my guest might be here. Just a moment. Stand by. We will be right back. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm quite well. I was hoping that you'll be able to make it. I thought I'd making sure that you got the link.
Yes,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, my special guest has arrived. Fabulous as usual. You know, and she was at the concert on Sunday, the Vicky Winans concert, the 757 Queens, and Miss Peggy BRITT is here. How you doing? And
Oh man, I'm doing better than I deserve, sir.
oh, okay. Let's see if I got this right on the right. Okay. Yeah. Trying to see why my thing is every it's smaller. It switches around on me for some reason today.
I know.
But I'll get it straight. Well, I want to welcome you to the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here. It's, the legend that you are. And,
Oh,
I have been looking because I mentioned to you, I used to do WZAM back in the day.
yes.
And I used to play your music, you know, uh, on my show and when programming it as well because I wound up becoming the program director before it was sold, and but you always been tremendous vocalist and inspirational uh, because like I tell people is what we do in this area. We don't support our local gifts that we have, such as yourself and others. So I really applaud you coming on the show and taking time out your busy schedule. you know so
Well,
ladies and
thank
go
you
ahead.
for inviting me, and it is my pleasure to be on your show. Thank you
Mm,
for what you have done for me as an
mm,
artist, and what you have done for a lot of our other local artists, and including us in the programming of
mm.
wherever you are. We
Yeah,
really appreciate it. Our goal is to reach as many people as we can with good news, and the radio waves are a great way to do that. More people than you can see in person most
right.
of the time. So thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the compliment, but when God don't make mistakes, that's why we have to be visual because the future generation is at stake, and maybe people don't understand.
Absolutely.
Our young people are dying every single day, and sometimes our politicians and city council and people keep doing the same thing and getting the same results they've been getting for the last. I've been doing this work since I was a child. I've been working in the community uh, mostly my life, and it seems that when it comes to doing things to stop things, they do things to keep it going. You know, and unfortunately enough, in this area, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why kids do what they do when you don't give them anything to do. If you don't give them something to do, if you don't give them something to see and hear to draw them to a place in their spirit which God has already given them, gave them before they was born. You know, people like you that create great music, how they gonna hear it if the radio station is not playing? How they gonna know who you are if nobody shows you on a program? You know, because I know for what I do is to bring the local talent and give them a platform. You know,
Right. And definitely, I do hear what you're saying, and
mm-hmm,
I believe there's a lot of truth to that.
mm-hmm,
In addition to that, we have to make sure that because you know if everybody has their own what I will call soapbox, we say we get on the soapbox and we point the finger at this entity and that entity, but all of the things that impact our lives,
mm-hmm,
the politics, the parents, the churches, the job market, the economy, all of these things have a part in what's right and what's wrong
right,
with what's going on. So it's dangerous to just to point the finger at just one entity.
uh-huh,
And I think if we would all learn to hang on one second, work together, it will be great.
right. That's what I'm saying. Because I've been working in politics too, in different. I don't work and have got people elected.
trying to mute myself.
And what happens is when they get there, sometimes they lose focus on what the purpose they was elected for.
Yes, ma'am. Hang on one second.
You know,
What do you say, sir?
I said, I've worked and helped people get elected in this area and in different campaigns. Uh, and sometimes when they get there, they lose focus on when they get there because our young people don't control anything. They only control the atmosphere. They growing up, so they in a community that everybody's trying to tell them, pull them this way and pull them that way. And I'm from Portsmouth, and that's one of the reasons I left, because when you're trying to do something, it's like they don't want to do it for the young people. And the result is
Sir,
yes.
Can you hang on just 1 second or go to break for 1 second?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll be right back. What happens is what goes on in our community. We have to be diligent when it comes to looking out for our young people. We have people in all levels of political areas. It's like we are so much focus on where we are. Oh, she's back.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What happened is I'm not saying every politician that does something, because we have a lot of people that's working hard. I mean, like you. That's why I mentioned to you last night. You did a scene out of the movie of Ray Charles. When Ray was on the stage, that the guy that was assisting him told that guy, said, "Look, on my count, bring the house lights down, and we're gonna lower the tempo so that this crowd can calm down and hear Ray sing." And when the sound man, something was going wrong with the sound, and the lady was trying to sing, you just got up there. You was there to enjoy the concert. You got up and walked over there, got on the piano, and started playing.
Well, as a singer, I know how that is, how frustrating that can be.
Right.
When things are not in order, and for whatever reason, we don't.
Right.
I don't get mad. I
Right.
mean, really, come on, because that's a human being. They make mistakes. Blah blah blah. So I knew the song and I knew the young lady. So I went on to help her so that she would have more comfort in what she was doing.
Right.
Yeah, and she and I both are also in the financial services business, where we get to help people make more money and save more money and save on taxes and leave a legacy and all of that. And we love what we do, and it's helping a lot of people from the bottom. The name of my entity is Faith and Finance, and let me tell you why. The name of this is Faith and Finance because the two things, any problem that we have, Captain, in our lives can either be alleviated or eliminated either by our faith or our finances or both.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have a problem that faith can't solve or money can't solve.
Hello.
And when you got them both working together, you got something. You got something that's going to solve whatever it is that's going on in your life, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, social, whatever that is. Faith and finance will work together to take you to your next best place. So that's why I called it Faith and Finance. I believe that deep down, and I believe that the scriptures support that, because I wouldn't do anything that is unethical or that would not help somebody to get to their next best place. Let me give you my definition of ministry. My definition of ministry is this: helping someone or a family get to their next best place.
Hello.
Whether it's their next best emotional place, financial place, employment place, business plan, whatever that is, I want to be able to help facilitate getting people to the next best place. And that's what I believe all ministry, excuse me, all
Mhm.
ministry is about.
Right.
Because if we're not helping somebody be better, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Thank you.
And I'm really, really, really adamant about that, especially through financial services, because I believe that's the bottom line of a lot of different uh, negativity that goes on in our community. The
Mhm.
financial part's not working, so then everything else kind of falls apart. But definitely, can I give out my number that people can reach me?
Yes, sure.
Definitely. If you guys want to reach me and talk about finances, because let me tell you something, your HR department, wherever you work, no matter how great they are, guess
Mhm.
whose side they're on? They're
Hello.
on your employer's side. But
Yeah.
guess what side we're on? We're on your side because we want to see you keep more of your money than giving it away.
Yeah.
So you can reach me at 757-330-0562. Let me give it out again. And Captain, hopefully you're writing this down and can give it out
It's
as
already on
often
the.
as you like.
I got it down on the screen. It's streaming. Everything is streaming on the screen.
Great, great,
Yeah.
great, great. 757-330-0562. Okay.
Yeah.
And I would love to talk to you. And if you're serious, I ain't
Mhm.
playing no games.
Right. Right.
But if you're serious about getting things in order, I'd love to help you.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. That these are the things that should be brought to schools.
Oh, yes.
They should be
Yes.
bringing this to school, and they ain't doing it. Back in the day when we was children, I mean, I know I'm older than you. I'm sorry. Uh, back
I
in the
doubt it.
day, back in the day, we used to have saving bonds.
Yeah.
Buy a stamp for 10 cents.
Yeah.
Fill that book up with that 10-cent stamp. Once you fill it up, it's worth 18.50. And you buy the bond and save it to it mature, it'll be worth 25 or $50. Why ain't they doing that today? Why ain't young people knowing that, hey, you need a savings account instead of than a checking account so you can save $1 or $2 to put in the bank? See, people are talking, but you can bring in you can. I mean, in the 757, you can bring in people talk about the devil, but you don't want nobody coming there talk about saving money.
Well, we're kind of upside down in our priorities, but hopefully, there are enough of us and enough
Right,
voices out here
right,
that we can move past that into a place where we're giving out great information
right.
that will help people. Listen, that will help people not only now but for generations,
Hello.
for generations.
Yeah,
That's the thing that warms my heart. I know that what I'm doing now is not
right,
just affecting now, it's
right.
affecting generations, you know?
Yep.
And
Yep.
when you can do that, you can change the trajectory of a family's finances from a GoFundMe, yeah,
Hello.
to a let's go have some fun. Come on here.
Yeah, there you go. Let them know what it's all about, because you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
so is you I mean, I got your number up there. I got your flyer. When people watch this, they'll see your finance literacy flyer with your information, everything on there. You know, is
I have another flyer. I thought that I had sent you, I had updated the flyer,
oh, you got a
but I have a better one than that. It
oh,
has the
okay.
same number on it, but definitely I'm going to send it to you. What's
Uh-huh.
the
You can call me
best place to
Captain
send it
85,
to
so that
you?
way you
Say that again.
I said you can call me Captain 85. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
because
can you
I
give
like.
me your number and I can send it right now?
Oh, okay. 757
Yes, sir.
630
63
9745.
9745.
Yeah. Not
Got it. Okay, coming to you.
okay. All right. Because it's important for people to realize that, you know, we need to talk to our young people about the right things, and
Certainly, yes.
when they learn the right thing, they don't want to be bothered with the wrong things,
Yeah, yeah.
and showing them that they can save money or make money, and when they get a certain age, they're gonna have money. That
Yeah.
we teach our kids to be consumers, and
Oh
they're
my
not
goodness.
consuming the right thing.
And listen, let me share this with you and with your
Uh-huh.
listeners.
Okay.
When they build a title loan, when they build a check cashing place,
Yeah.
uh, when they erect those kinds of businesses, guess where they are? Guess what they're closest to?
We
They're
all.
closest to
Mhm.
our communities
Yeah.
because they realize that our communities are not disciplined with their money. And so a lot of our community
Hmm.
deals with money out of desperation.
Right.
And so then you go to the title loan place, and before you know it, you don't have the money or your car.
Hello.
Why? Because the discipline is not there. So and you watch when when you're driving and you see these places, I'll put it this way, I won't say never, you hardly ever see these places, these entities built near a gated community.
Right.
No, they don't do it because
Uh,
they know the kinds of people that are going to use their services, so to speak.
mhm. Yeah.
And a lot of them now have been shut down because they give these predatory loans, as they're called. And
Yeah.
predatory means that a predator is out there and you're the prey.
Hello.
Okay. So you know literally.
Yeah.
And so definitely we want to make sure that people first of all understand money, because that's what we do. We educate people about money so that they make educated decisions about their money, or at least have the information to make
Mhm.
educated decisions about their money.
Okay. That's what I'm
You know what
talking
I'm
about.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because and Big Mama was great, and Aunt B and all of them are good.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a financial professional helping you to navigate your finances in this economy, you just may lose out. A lot of people are impressed when people tell them, "Well, I got stocks and I'm in the money market and I got Bitcoin and I got crypto and all that stuff that's unregulated,
Right.
uninsured." And before you
Mhm.
know it, when the economy snaps and sinks, there goes all of their money.
Right.
Well, there are ways that you can avoid that, live your life, be happy, and your family's taken care of. So I love what I do. If I hope you can tell, there you go. I
Yeah.
love what I do. I hope you can tell, because this is, I believe, what is going to turn the economy of our community around. Just having the knowledge, and not
Right.
only having the knowledge, because guess what? Knowledge is only power when you implement it. That's the
Right.
only time that it becomes powerful. Otherwise, it's just information.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
that's a key point. I like. Yeah, I agree with you. When my kids were growing up, I had them saving the money. They had bank accounts, and my son, they all grown now, but they all, got their own families. And my youngest son, he just went in the army, and he saved his money. So I keep telling
Yeah.
people, it's not about how much money you can go out and spend. You're supposed to enjoy life. All of them enjoy. They take trips. They go places. Me, I just stay. I keep working because I'm always working on something. But is because of this, I work, because if I didn't work, I wouldn't have this format for the people to come on, so people can that can't afford a lot of expensive advertising and marketing can come on and talk about the program, you know, to reach
Well,
people.
that's great. I certainly do appreciate the opportunity to come on here
Right.
and to share what it is that I do. And thank you for having the platform. This morning, I was in a place. I was getting some breakfast,
Uh-huh.
and I saw a lot of people. It was about 12, maybe 12, 15 people who were in the Navy, and for some reason, they were all having breakfast together.
Uh-huh.
So I was sitting there, and I had already talked to two nurses. Because
Okay.
let me tell you what, this information is so powerful. I talked to everything but a telegram pole. You hear me?
And that was
So
different.
yeah. So
I
I
see.
went over to the table and I said, first of all, guys, I want to thank you for your service because of what you do, whatever it is, great or small, we're able to live in this country free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just thanked them, and then I left. But then I started thinking about it. I said, well, you know what? These people need to know about what I do too.
Yeah.
So I got out of my car. I had already cranked it up. I got out of the car and ran back in and left my card at the table. Why? Because I know that there's somebody at that table that needs what we do. Matter of fact,
Right.
everybody needs it, but I hope that somebody takes advantage of what it is that we do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No question. And it's important to get information out, but this is the thing is our young people don't always get the right information. So if you educate them on right information, then they were like, hey, I want to do that. I want to sell that. I want to create, start
Right.
talking to my friends because they're teenagers. When they get
Right.
out, like I keep telling people, they don't even understand. When they go to high school, just going to high school, they gotta be taught the right way to think. When they
Right.
go to college,
Exactly.
when they go to college, when they graduate from high school and go to college, their hand signature is worth $50,000 or more just on their signature. How do they think they get in college? Because what did the
Mm-hmm.
government tell you when your child go to college? You can't sign for
Mm-hmm.
him. He can only sign for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He got the power of turning his life around, instead of going and spending all this money in the clothes, going to the club, popping bottles,
Mm-hmm.
just to show nothing for it when he wake up the next day. It's all gone.
Exactly. Check this
So
out. Check this out. Check
go ahead.
this out though. This is what warms my heart. Anytime Waka Flocka is talking about the same thing I'm talking about,
Hello.
anytime a football legend, Marshall Falk, is a
Mhm.
part of our company, I
Right.
know I'm on the right boat.
Right.
I know, listen, I know I got the right message. I know I'm on the right boat. I don't hold back. I'm not ashamed of it at all because people, you know, people try to make you, oh, she's selling insurance. I'm not selling insurance. I'm a marketing director for
Right.
over 100 different financial institutions that
Right.
can help you with your finances. Are you
Hello.
kidding me? Would I be ashamed of that? No, ma'am, no, sir. I'm connected to some people that
Right.
can help you.
Okay.
So definitely, we get it from like I said, if Waka Flocka can talk about what I'm talking about,
Mhm.
knowing that it's important,
Right.
and Marshall Falk, who is I think he's in the Hall of Fame,
Okay.
NFL, then I know, this can't be a scam. This can't be a pyramid. This can't be anything illegal because these people would not associate themselves with anything that would take them to jail. Are you kidding me? Oh,
Right.
no.
No,
Mm-mm.
no. Now, when you
So
already got a bag, I don't need to be sitting behind the bars. I can't spend it.
you understand. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I might have to give you a call myself. You know.
Hey, listen, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a call because I want to know
Let's
more about it. But like I keep
let's
telling
go.
people, I don't promote anything that once I get to know what it is, then I get customers. You know,
There
because
you go.
that's how I'm the most successful DJ in the club history in Virginia. I've
And,
entertained
and
well
yeah,
over millions of people. I'm known by millions of people, you know, because uh, I've been DJing ever since the '70s. I learned
well, check,
from my
check.
mentor
I
Bob.
was getting ready to say, I'm sorry.
Uh, I said my mentor was Bob Fields, who used to, you know, ran the Broadway. But when there was no clubs, people don't understand. We ain't always had clubs. We had Long Schumann or Short Schumann Hall, the armories. And today we right back to where we started at with nowhere to go.
Right,
And
right.
these, you know, but what I did when I was in the club business and owned clubs, I had people come up and set up tables to talk to people about stuff.
Yeah.
I think what's one of the reasons the city got rid of them, because you know people were opening up own businesses from just me letting them come up there, have a table or a platform in front of the club to sell
Uh-huh.
merchandise.
Well, check this out. Check this out, Captain.
Uh-huh.
We not only have the products, now that you've mentioned that, the
Mm-hmm.
products, the financial products that can help people, this is also a platform for a person who is so impressed with the products that they want to become a part of what we do.
Oh, okay.
And definitely for people of influence, people who know a lot of people,
Right.
because people who have influence, people who have radio shows.
Hello. Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Listen, this platform is absolutely phenomenal.
Right.
I'm gonna give you one example, and then I have to go.
Okay.
One example: there's a young lady who came from Cameroon, Africa.
Okay.
She came over to the United States because a lot of times when the immigrants come over to the United States, it's because they call it the land of opportunity. I
Right.
think that goes over our heads as American born citizens. It goes
Mm-hmm.
over our head that this is the land of opportunity. But they see it from wherever they come from: Vietnam, from the Philippines, from Africa, from Canada. And they see the opportunity here in this particular. Of course, there are many, but of course, I believe this is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
And she came over from Cameroon because, of course, when the immigrants come over, most of the time they come over for educational purposes so they can make more money. Why? So they can send a lot of money home to help with whatever the struggles are in the
Right.
company, in the places that they come from.
Right.
So she came from Cameroon and she became a nurse. And even though the nursing was pretty good money, it wasn't quite enough for her to do what she wanted to do back home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she had 3 kids that she wanted to put through school. She needed $3,000. Let me
Okay.
tell you what, she came on board to make $3,000, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 years, she became a millionaire because of this platform. In two
Hello.
years. That's the power of our company.
Right.
That's the power of our opportunity. And I tell you, there's, man, I know people think I'm crazy. It's okay, but it's okay
Right.
because crazy people make crazy money. Come on, somebody.
Hello.
But
But-
I just love it, and anybody who don't mind grinding, we don't need no lazy people. We
right.
don't need no people that think this is magic. We don't need no people. Listen, magic is and laziness. You can play the lottery and maybe you'll win. But
Right.
here, if you got a grind and a work ethic and you care about people,
Right.
yeah, you can make it here.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. You got to believe, because like I keep telling people, I've been working since I was a child. And I used to work in Portsmouth at Tidewater Produce on Victory Boulevard when I started at 18. I used to work for $1 an hour. In order for me to make $100, I had to work 100 hours. So,
Wow.
you know, like I tell people, you know, when I did get to Colonial Store Warehouse when I was about 22, and there was a union job, and I got hired after the strike was over, and I was working in one of the departments, and the guy came over to say, "Hey, man, Slow down. This is a union job, man. You working like a slave. I
Oh
said,
my.
partner. I said, partner, and it was a black guy, I said, bro, I'm not working for you. I'm not working for the company. I got a job because the company gave me a job. I'm working for my family. Whatever feeds my family, that's what I do. I ain't trying to hear
Okay.
what you got to say. So when people don't understand is we have a gift or we get an opportunity and we have to seize that opportunity and we have to share it. And the more you share it with other people, the bigger it grows because everything is growth,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. And Captain, this
Mm.
is a saying that we have. You help people get what they want, and guess what? Sooner or later, you're going to get what you want.
Right,
If you help enough people get what they want slash need,
right.
you're going to get what you want slash need.
That's the way it works. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
put effort. You gotta believe in yourself, and it's motivating once you get something that is a part of a bigger picture than yourself. It motivates you to want to. I look at something when somebody say, "Oh, you can't do that." See, that's why when I used to do when I was young, and like I tell people, most time I did things because people always challenge me, and if you challenge me, my mind goes to work to figure out how to do it. I didn't say
Yeah.
companies, I saved company millions of dollars working in companies, warehouses and product, and then went on to start managing clubs. I
Mm-hmm.
managed or opened some of the top number one black clubs in this 757. And
Mm-hmm.
from that point and that stage, people have became successful. Like Missy Elliott performed at my club when I was at the Club Royal Blue in my talent show. Um,
Yeah. Well,
Timberland.
did you know that Missy used to sing with me?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is people got to.
Yeah.
That's why I had to bring you on because people need to know. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew because I watched the Voices of Fire. You was up there and
Right.
talking. But like I keep telling people don't know the connections to this area. And
Right.
I try not. I don't do too much talking over the air. But this is where the bag is. People don't
Come
need
on.
to know. They think they know. They call all these other cities, but they don't open up their eyes to see. The Bible said those that have an ear, let them hear. You this place is why you think everybody's here? Why you think everybody comes here? Do you see
Yeah.
people leaving here to go to New York or North Carolina or they go to the ATL? There ain't but a couple of places people go. ATL, Virginia, and California, maybe. But a lot of places people don't saturate. We have the largest military base in the world, the largest, right there on Hampton Boulevard. And I could talk to people in other states and say, no, man, that's in Texas. Bro, please stop talking. And most people don't even know when they talk about the Middle East that President Truman, I think it was, changed it so it wouldn't be called Africa. That's why people don't know. They changed things. And when people like you come on, they have to give you your recognition because you are the person that helped open doors for other people. And like you're doing now with this venture, you're opening up the doors for people that may not been aware of this product.
Exactly.
And they have
Exactly.
something that they can invest in that's worthwhile. Like, hey, it may not even cost no more or less than a way the prices at McDonald's and Burger King today. You could probably
Okay.
skip one meal and get it and invest in this product. You know. So you
Right.
want to give out that number
It's a
again? It's running down on
yeah,
the screen.
absolutely 757-330-0562. And definitely that's a good number.
Mhm.
And you guys reach out. You can text it or you can call it. And I would love to. As a matter of fact, when I was talking to the nurses
Mhm.
today, she said, "Well, is it okay if I get 4 or 5 other nurses because they need to hear what you have to say?" I said, "Oh my goodness,
Right.
absolutely, absolutely. Bring a whole shift, whatever you need to do."
Right.
whatever we need to do to make sure that you guys get this information.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I will pass it on to a couple of people as well. And I'll probably give you a call back myself later on this week. Depends on what my schedule look like this week. But I will be reaching out to you to find more information about. And, when you have availability again, to have you to come back on the show to do a follow up, because people need to know where to put their money and invest their money in. They don't need to be,
yeah,
sitting around and saying, I'm gonna lose weight. You can lose weight by putting it in this program and,
right,
and put
right. And
and put some weight on your bank account.
come on here.
You know,
I love that.
yeah,
Put some weight on your bank account. Don't let your bank account lose weight.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So,
Look, you want a fat bank account and a skinny body, right?
hello. Hey, they tell them like you be jogging to the bank every day.
Okay.
Jog to the bank and put this in here. Hello, my check came today. I got to go
Okay.
deposit. So like I said,
Absolutely.
it's very important, and I really appreciate you coming on and sharing the information. And like I said, is just watching you Sunday, it really inspired. It was inspirational what you did. That's why I had to mention it. That's what wanted me to bring you on. But there's just those little things that happen that gives you people an opportunity to learn more about this program.
Yes.
You know?
And this is I just want to put this in before I have to go.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times we're skeptical about things that we don't understand, and things that we don't know, and things that we haven't heard before. But what I ask of your audience is that you open your mind and don't have any preconceived ideas
Mm-hmm.
about the information, and open your mind so that this information can weave itself into a sound business plan for you
Right.
and your family. Because we talk about being rich, but hardly ever do we talk about wealth. Because being rich has to do with right now, but wealth has to do with generations.
Yes.
Generations.
Yeah.
So definitely we want to think more in terms of wealth than being rich.
Right.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's a great closing on your behalf, and I really appreciate you coming on, and hope to get you back again in the weeks to come. I'll
Absolutely.
check with your availability and see when you'll be able to come again, and I definitely will give you a call myself to learn more about your service and your and your products to help build generational wealth,
There
because
you go.
it has to be important, because our young people need to know that somebody is looking for the future.
Yes, yes.
And I thank you so much, and hope that I can get you back again.
Thank you, sir. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Peggy. Bye bye.
Take care, Captain.
You too. Well, there you have it. Miss Peggy Britt, the legend of gospel music from the 757, and one who was instrumental in Missy Elliott. I'm just telling you, the people that we have here that we can bring to a platform to speak to a new generation of young people, regardless of what age they might be. If you're a family or a mother and a father looking to build something for your family, check out this information with Miss Peggy Britt. Let's talk finance. 757-330-0567. The number's running across the screen. And don't forget to share this link and this message with others. Well, that's my time to run, and it's been fun. But I tell you, before I go, I want to remind everybody that we never, ever don't forget to send a mad shout out to Teresa Riddick. She's one of my favorite listeners, and to Miss Peggy Britt. She'll look at this later and see that you said to both of us, I'm sorry I get to run in my mouth and don't see Teresa informed, always there. She's always there. Well, don't forget to join me at 3 o'clock on the best of the 757. You already know frequency distribution from 3 to 5 live, and from 5 to 6, it's the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry. Remember to love yourself and put God first, and everything else will fall in place. Doesn't matter what others think about you. It's what you think about yourself. I'll see you on the other side of 3. Until then, this has been the best of the 757 Community Talk Show.